Good morning. I was so overwhelmed and I was so scared. I'm facing a battle right now. But then I came in to work on a Saturday because I have to be here today for a little bit. Um, Even though I have another deadline in my personal life, it's 11 a.m. And so I was getting overwhelmed, but I learned something. I learned something that brought it all together and helped me to overcome, and I can't wait to share. So, I was worried and overwhelmed and scared, and every worst case scenario, every bad thought was popping into my head as to what was going to happen in this particular case. And so I came into my office and I said, you know what? I need God to just take over right now because I can't do this. So I opened my Bible. I actually brought up ChatGPT. I encourage you to do that, to give me a Bible verse on my situation right now. And it gave me, of course, Philippians chapter 4. And it gave me verses 6 and 7. And it says, "Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all comprehension, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." So first off, I double checked. Everything means everything. It truly does. I asked, I went into my research and looked around, and in the original translation, it really is everything. But then, as I was sitting here and I'm praying, God showed me something else. And He showed me the next verse. The next verse is, "Finally, brethren, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is right," I'm going to try not to cry right now, "whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is of good repute, if there is any excellence, if anything worthy of praise, dwell on these things." Dwell on these things. God knows us so well. He knows that we're going to dwell on the worst case scenario. He knows that we're going to worry. And instead of leaving us with just "bring it all to me, just tell me, and then you'll be fine," he follows it up with, "I know that that's harder than it feels. I know that you're going to struggle to do that. So this is what I want you to do instead of what you're trying to do right now. I just told you to give it to me, and yet it's still on your brain. So now I want you to replace what's in your mind with these things." So in my case, I can sit here and say, what's true? What's the worst case scenario that can happen? And that's not as bad as I think it is. And then what is lovely? What are the things that I have? What am I thankful for? What is beautiful in my life? What's whatever of good repute. If there is any excellent, I'm sorry, I can't speak this morning. If there is any excellence, and if anything worthy of praise. Well, He alone is worthy of praise, but then there's so much more. If you're breathing today, if you got through yesterday, because yesterday was tough, right? If you're getting through these next 5 minutes, dwell on these things. So he doesn't just say give it to Him. He says give it to Him and then do this. And then you're going to feel better. Love to you guys.